What's up, guys? I'm back again for good this time. I believe. So, man, I don't even know where to start. A lot of stuff going on this year, a lot of challenges, and to be honest with you, it's really taking a toll on me. But courage and confidence. I kept fighting through it, pushing. As you guys can clearly see, there are some changes. Don't have any hair anymore, and I'm a little bit smaller. Actually, a lot smaller than you guys may have realized. Collectively, at this point, I've lost about 74 pounds, and it's been a great journey when it comes to the transformation of my health and my fitness. But with that said, life has been really challenging for most of 2023. Hasn't been bad, it's been challenging. And those challenges have really slowed down some of the projects that I've been working on. My YouTube channel has taken a bit of a hit, and that's okay. It happens. One of the things I try to do with this channel, and I'm going to be trying to do even more as we move forward, is I do not try to represent myself to you guys as a guru who has it all figured out. What I do represent myself to you guys is as one of you. I'm part of the squad. I'm an everyday working class person, and I'm someone who has figured out over time how to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. I've just pretty much taken things and just figured out ways to make them work for myself, my family, and that's really ultimately what we're all supposed to do. I'm not doing anything special. I'm not doing anything that you guys can't do yourselves. If anything, what I am doing is just basically seizing the moment. And I thoroughly encourage you guys to do the same as you move forward on all your different endeavors and the things that you're trying to accomplish. So with all that said, let me see if I can try to give you guys an update on what's been going on with me. Matter of fact, I don't even want to give you an update on what's been going on with me because I do that all the time and then I disappear on you guys. So I'm not going to do that to you this time. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to just pick up right kind of where we left off with the transitions that happened at the beginning of 2023. And then I'll kind of try to bring you up to speed a little bit, and then, we can kind of figure out where to go from there. Pause for a second because I think I'm ashy. Be right back.
Ashy Larry. Why do they call him Ashy Larry? Well, there's your answer.
Like I was saying, a lot of cool things have been going on, a lot of stressful things. Some of the stuff was good stress. Some of the stuff was just kind of things that kind of come with life. Relationship issues. Yep, me and your girl was bumping heads for a minute. Things are looking on the up and up a little bit, so we'll get on all that later. Raising children. For those of you who don't know, I am a father of 5. My children's ages range from 25 years old all the way down to 10 years old. And, that can be a bit of a challenge as well, ups and downs. So like I say to you guys all the time, I'm not doing anything that you can't do. I'm just basically taking advantage of all the opportunities that I have before me. And it just so happens that some years back, I got into photography. That put me, behind the camera, and then eventually I decided to start getting in front of the camera, and that led me to being in front of you guys now. So what I'm gonna rap with you about now, very briefly, is just kind of bring you up to speed on the last topic that I talked to you guys back before things kind of took a pause, for lack of a better term. So one of the videos that you probably remember the most from early 2023 probably should have been the beginning of 2023. It might have been the end of 2022. I really don't even remember at this point because we're in August. But I closed on an investment property that I bought down in St. Augustine, Florida. Beautiful 2-bedroom, 2 full bathroom home that I ended up making a short-term rental property. That's been a very, very interesting journey, and I'm still in the process of putting it all together. The cool thing about that happened is Yeah, I basically closed on the property. Initially, I was going to end up putting, I was going to do the short-term rental, and then later on, I didn't do all my homework when we bought the property, so I found out that there was some restrictions on short-term rental. So I just kind of was like, you know what, I'm just not even doing it. I'm just going to put a freaking tenant in there, and ended up putting it on the market to put a tenant in there. Looked up, it had been like 60 days. Still didn't have a tenant for the property, and I'm like, you know what? I'm an entrepreneur. Looked at all of the qualifications for why I considered not doing it a short-term rental, and it was like, you know what? I'm going to shoot for the stars and go for it. So ended up making it a short-term rental. Had a few leads. Had a couple of people from Airbnb and Verbo end up booking the property. It was moving okay, but then, like I said, there was some issues with HOA, and they wanted 30-day minimum rentals. So because that was going to be the mandatory process that I would have to have in order to run the property, I said, you know what? Let me start reaching out to try to maybe look, instead of going short-term rental because of these qualifications that the HOA wanted, which was basically 30-day minimum. I was like, you know what? Let me look into the whole midterm rental thing. So midterm rentals. For those of you who don't know what a midterm rental is essentially midterm rentals are just long-term basically properties that you can rent for 30 days or more. You know, it can range anywhere from 30 days, 3 months, 6 months. It's usually not a year. It's usually less than a year, and it can sometimes be month to month. You have a lot of people who are sometimes in between buying new properties. People moving from, say, California, they're having a house built in St. Augustine or wherever your particular area is. The house isn't done being built yet, or maybe there's been some issues. For those of you who don't know, there is a shortage on materials around the country, even now that COVID's still over. So you do have some people who are still waiting on just different things. As a matter of fact, the property that I'm telling you about, I was initially supposed to close in July of 2022. Did not end up closing on that property until December of 2022 because there was a shortage of materials. They were waiting on electrical items and things like that, and it just got pushed back. So anyway, and I'm giving you guys a short, condensed version. Over time, we'll talk about it a little bit more because, as I told you guys before, I'm not presenting myself to you as a guru who is coming to you saying, yo, this is what's happening. I got all these properties. Let me show you how to get all these properties. I'm in the middle of building my empire right now. And what I am doing is I'm keeping you guys updated along the journey, telling you about it. And if you want, then, you can utilize some of the tips of the trade that I'm going to be putting out there, and hopefully it'll help you chase your journey. The theme of this channel has greatly transitioned to just basically being about having courage and confidence and seeing it through, right? And essentially what seeing it through means is no matter what you're up against, you figure out a way to get it done, and you just utilize all the resources you have around you, and you make as little excuses as possible. That's essentially how I live my life. I am resolute. I am not timid. You know what I mean? So with that said, whatever comes my way, I usually face it with my head high, chest out, and we figure it out. So anyway, ended up deciding to transition to short-term rentals. Tried the short-term rental for a moment before the HOA got wind of everything, and they basically issued me some stern warnings. And from that point, I had to transition it over to the midterm rentals, and the midterm rentals actually ended up being a freaking lifesaver. The midterm rentals ended up providing me with a nurse that ended up renting the property, and she rented the property. She's had the property from early May, and then they've extended, and I'm hoping to extend one more time, but currently she's in the property now, and they have the property until late August. So as we sit right now, my intentions are to keep the property on Airbnb Verbo and to kind of go for more of a midterm rental space because of the HOA rules that are in my community, and also in some of the things that's going on in St. Augustine. I do have to keep the property at a 30-day minimum. Now, that's not a problem to a degree. It makes it a little tougher sometimes, but it does open it up to more people who are booking the properties because they are waiting on homes to be built and things of that nature. I get a lot of inquiries about that, usually using a lot of different websites. I'll actually drop some of the websites in the description below. That Travel Lodge is one of the places I use, and Furnish Finder is also a place that I've used. And it's been good. It's been good. Like I said, I found the current nurse that's in my property through Furnish Finder, and I get a lot of inquiries. So it just so happens that she keeps extending, or her company keeps extending her stay. So yeah, it's been really good. So yeah, it's been a great journey so far. It's been a little intimidating, but luckily for me, because I've had such a pretty consistent tenant that is paying a really hefty amount of money to stay in my home, I've been able to create a certain cushion that makes me feel a little bit better about the 30-day minimum thing that I'm up against right now. So yeah, so this is a very quick video. I just wanted to check in with you guys and give you an update on what's going on with me, and also give you some insight. I am going to bring you guys 2 videos a week at minimum. All right, that is a promise to you. It's a promise to me. We'll talk about a number of things. I will be addressing my weight loss journey. I will be talking about some of my workouts. I will be talking about some of my relationship issues and things that I've been up against. With developing a stronger bond and partnership with the woman that I'm building my empire with. I want to talk to you guys. We're all in the same kind of, category. If you're on this channel, it's a strong possibility that you're between the ages of maybe 30 and say 50. And, men, we're at an interesting place in our lives at this particular age. By the time you're hitting 30, you've kind of, started recognizing that a lot of your behaviors in your 20s weren't conducive to you getting where you're trying to go. And you've done one of 2 things. You've either decided to fix it, or you've accepted it, right? If you've accepted it, then, maybe you're not doing anything. You're just kind of one of those guys walking around telling everybody about how awesome you used to be. If you've accepted that this is not acceptable, then at this point, maybe you're trying to do the work to right the wrongs that you should have been addressing, back in your 20s. So, you'll find on this channel a lot. I won't necessarily say that I'm a part of the red pill, movement, but I do have a lot of principles that are rooted in, the red pill. And I will be talking about some of those topics, you know what I mean? There have been a lot of strong guys who have realized that manhood is definitely under attack. And I personally would like to use my platform to kind of help strengthen men, encourage men, strengthen young men to feel more confident in their latter years. Because of the journey that I've been on, I've spent a lot of time kind of doing a constant transformation and trying to transition to, a place that I feel good about as a man, and feel like I'm setting good examples for my children and for, any men who may be watching me and inspired by what it is I do. So, if you have any questions, or if you're just curious about what I'm doing, follow me on Instagram. I am Nate Tyler Images. You can also follow the Courage and Confidence Instagram, which is Courage and Con. And, I'm going to do my best to really inspire you guys more. I just got back from the Bahamas. I just got back from Washington, D.C. I have a lot of content for you guys. I have a lot of things to talk to you guys about, but I'm going to just be real with you, man. I have not wanted to talk to you. I have not wanted to talk to you. I have not wanted to talk to anyone. I have been in the gym with my hoodie on like this, right? Working out, trying to drop this weight, stacking my bread, and actually trying to put my life in a position so that I can talk to you guys, and I'm not just another talking head on YouTube who's just kind of just talking at you, saying whatever. You know what I mean? So I think things are going to get better. And I think that, no, I take that back. I know things are going to get better. And right now I'm primarily talking about the channel. I think things are going to get a lot better. And a lot of you guys really still support the channel. A lot of you guys still comment on a lot of the older videos. And I really thank you guys for that. There have been times over the last several months that I've been really down in the dumps, and you guys will ask questions or, make a comment under a video or something like that. I'm like, holy shit, like these guys are still rocking with me. You guys have been following me on Instagram, and you guys have been really supportive on there as well. So everything seems to be heading in the right direction. There are some things that I'm doing that I think will be beneficial to helping any of you who are chasing any kind of potential goals. As I said, for me, there are several things that I'm working on. I am in the real estate now. I have 2 properties right now. I'm working on my 3rd property. My 3rd property will either be another really nice home, which I'll live in, and then I'll rent this house out, which will have me with 2 homes out. Or I'm also kind of considering getting a multi-family property, which is probably a lot better business investment direction, the way to go. But a part of me is kind of like tempted to go do something else. But I don't know yet. I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to end up doing an investment property because I'm actually getting ready to start a remodel on my home now. I have a beautiful home here in Jacksonville, Florida, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 3,000 square foot property. Got a great deal on it. Bought it at the end of 2019, just before the world ended in early 2020. So I was one of the blessed ones that was able to still kind of grab a home before the prices got super crazy. And, I do have a lot of equity in this property, and I'm actually leveraging that equity right now. And I'll be utilizing that equity to invest in this property and also grab my next property. So those are the kind of things that we'll be talking about. I will show you guys some of my workouts. I don't know if you can see from me sitting in this chair that my physique is a lot different. Like I said, I've lost over 70 some odd pounds while still being able to retain some variation of muscle. I'll put some pictures in the stories. I may throw something up like right here, like a picture up of me looking kind of jacked right there. And, like I said, I just really appreciate you guys rocking with me and continuing to stand beside me as I go through these transitions. I really hope when you guys look at me and you look at this channel, you're inspired, you appreciate what I do, but more than anything, you recognize that I'm not trying to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I do make money with YouTube. I do make money with my photography, and I do make good money in a lot of my other business endeavors, but I'm not rich by any means. I'm rich off life, you know what I mean? But I'm doing okay. But I don't want to get up here on this platform and pretend like, yeah, just follow now and buy this and do that, and I'll show you this. It may get to a place where I may start showing you guys and offering you guys opportunities to be able to kind of get more insight into the things that I'm doing. But right now, it's just not that time. You can follow me on Patreon to see more behind the scenes pictures of some of my projects, to see some of the uncensored stuff that I did down in the Bahamas. I have spent a lot of my time over the last few years specializing in Afrocentric art, nude work, shooting a lot of beautiful women of color all around the Caribbean and around the nation. And I don't doubt that that'll stop, but I am still trying to refine myself in artistically in my photography endeavors. So you guys will be able to bear witness in that. For those of you who don't know, I spent a number of years shooting fashion photography long before I got into shooting art nudes and doing all that other stuff. So part of me is tempted to get back into that. Part of me is tempted to get back into portraits. I used to specialize in fashion and beauty headshots. And that was really good too. I've had a really adventurous life and journey, and I want to share more of it with you guys. So once again, I want to thank y'all for being supportive. Stay tuned. I'm not sure what the exact schedule will be for the videos. I may try to drop them on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I'm not sure. I'm not going to make you any promises. I can tell you that another video will be coming this week. So thank you guys. Thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for supporting me. Be resolute. Have courage and confidence. Take care of your family. Support your community. Stand up tall for your nation. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. Talk to you guys again soon. Thank you, squad. Let's keep it moving, baby.